What up, party poopers? Start pooping right now. Don't worry, I am your poop coach. I am here to guide you on your poop taking journey to make sure you don't take a long dump, because that would be bad for your health. This is the only video and the only channel you need to watch while you're taking a dump. All right, today is Monday, June 16th, and what has been happening these past few days? Happy Monday, everyone. Over this weekend, it was the 250th birthday of the United States Army. And so a shout out to our troops. Thank you so much for all that you do, for fighting for our freedom and fighting for our independence and fighting to make sure that US is the superpower of the world and to keep our prices relatively low. I have some friends in the service, so really thank you so much to our troops. Also, it was Father's Day, so to those of you who are fathers, happy Father's Day. I had lunch with my folks, took my dad out and my mom too. And someday I hope to be a father in the next few years, hopefully. And it was also President Trump's birthday. So to celebrate his birthday, President Trump held a military parade with a bunch of troops, tanks, vehicles, aircraft. At the end of the day, I'm a kid at heart. Honestly, although I really, really want peace and stability in this country, I do think tanks and weaponry and aircraft are really cool. I'm really looking forward to just seeing what the future stealth jet looks like, the F-47, I believe, code name. Anyway, so Trump had this military parade, which the Trump administration estimates 250,000 attendees were there. However, as a happy birthday to President Trump, there were over 2,000 protests across our nation. The experts estimate that 4 million people attended these protests. And at this time, we've passed the 2-minute mark. So if you haven't made any progress on your poop taking, please stop trying. Please precautionarily wipe your butt, get up, move on with your day. Come back to this video at another time. If you are making progress, your turtle head has popped out, then let's continue. So these protests were No Kings protest. In other words, the protests were protesting President Trump and his governing of our nation. And they are comparing him to a king. And I definitely see where these protesters are coming from. Again, I am a political moderate. I used to be a lifelong Democrat, but now, due to recent years, I've become an independent centrist. And other not so great news in this country and across the world. So also this weekend, President Trump's birthday was overshadowed by these negative events. So there is a suspect named Vance Boelter, and he opened fire on Democratic Minnesota legislators. Sadly, very sadly, he shot and killed Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark. And these are, again, Minnesota legislators. And he also wounded John Hoffman and his wife, Yvette. Our hearts and thoughts go out to these folks and their families and loved ones. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on, violence is never the answer. You can yell, you can complain, you can talk trash to each other, but violence is never the answer. But sadly, again, speaking of violence, there's a continuation of the conflict between Iran and Israel, and it's been the 4th day, and Israel claims air superiority over Tehran, the Iranian capital, meaning that it can fly its fighter jets without any major threats. And Iran has had retaliatory strikes against Israel with missile strikes. And again, our hearts and thoughts go out to all the victims. And I just really want peace in this world, but it's so hard to get because people have differing views and they resort to violence. And but I do want to end on a somewhat lighter note, kind of a fun fact. President Trump has unveiled a mobile cellular plan and is selling a smartphone for $499 US. And we've passed the 5-minute mark, so please stop pooping, wipe your butt, flush, get up and move on with your day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, poop heads. Till next time.